Welcome to Hack with Shruti, and today we will be learning about basics of Linux. So please do subscribe and like the video. Linux, we have a lot of tools installed. We are using this. If you don't have Kali, if you're installing Parrot OS, that is also fine. Even Parrot is one of the OS used for the offensive security. All right. Okay. Now for Linux commands. Now see how I have increased the screen size. I have pressed Control, Shift and then plus. So Control, Shift and plus is helpful in increasing the screen size. Okay. Now firstly I am just typing ls. It is showing me like how many files I have in the current folder. So in the desktop folder I have only these 4 files. This file, reports folder, shrutu.obpn folder, a file, and then vulnerable.py file. So here I am having these files. Okay. Now, if I will be typing pwd, so this pwd is for present working directory. Now, if I will be pressing enter, can you see I am in desktop folder. So where I am currently I am in the desktop folder. It is being told to me by this command pwd, which is print working directory. Okay. Now we have a command that is mkdir. Mkdir is basically helpful in creating the folders. So now I am typing mkdir, let's say webdir. Okay, enter. So now if I will be typing ls, we can see that one more folder got created. Okay. Now let us say I want to go inside this webdir folder. So I am typing cd webdir. And now can you see if I will check where I am in the webdir folder. Okay. Now you just see we have a lot of ways like how we can make the file. Firstly is nano. Okay. Now let's say I'm making a file nano first dot txt. So now this file got created. Here if I'm just writing I love my country. Okay. Now I'm just saving it. Control X, Y, enter. Now here I have made this file. Okay. Now for example, I am making, now let's say I am making one more file. Okay. Now this file I am making using a different editor that is mousepad. So now I'm just using mousepad. Now let's say it is second.txt. So now it is the different editor mousepad. Here, if I'm just writing, for example, Ram is a good boy. Let's say we are writing anything random. Now here, if I'm just saving it, now here I'm just closing it. Okay. So now here I have made two files, nano and mousepad. Now I am making the file using one more command that is touch. So with the help of touch, what we are doing, we are creating a blank file. Okay. So in nano and mousepad, whenever we were giving the prompt, firstly, like the terminal was getting opened directly and we could give the information. But when I will use touch, we have to we have to either use nano, mousepad or any other editor to edit it. So here if I'm just writing touch third.txt. So this third file got created, but we have not got any window. All right. So now, for example, I want to edit this third file. Now this third file I can edit either by using this editor or that editor. Okay. So here I'm just typing, let's say mousepad and third.txt. So now you can just see that this is how the we can edit. We can just write something random and now I'm just closing. Perfect. Now we have one more editor. It's a very interesting editor that is gedit. Okay. So now we are using gedit. So it's gedit and now see you all can see that name of these editors nano, mousepad, touch. This is in blue color. Okay. It's in blue color. This means these tools are already installed. Now this is in white color. Okay, so this is not installed for now. Now I'm just pressing enter. Now it is telling me, do you want to install it? Why? Yes, I want to install. It is asking password for Kali. By default, password for Kali is Kali. Now it's loading. Continue Y and let it load. Perfect. So this gedit is my favorite editor. Okay, so just to show you all, I have I have deleted my Kali's VM, existing VM, and this is my new VM which I have created just 2 days back. All right. So we are installing this tool. Now here if I'm just typing gedit and here if I'm just making a file, let's say fourth.txt, and here we can just write anything. For example, iOS versus Android. Now I'm just saving it and we have a save button here also and I'm just closing it. Now if I will type ls, can you see all the files are here? First, second, third, fourth. Now I want to see what is there in the first file. Okay. So now here I am just typing cat and then first.txt. So with the help of this cat command, we can see what is there in the file. So we are seeing I love my country. Okay. Now the same way I can even see the second file, third file, or fourth file. All right. So this is how we can create the files, we can edit the files, and we can view the data of the file. So now let's move on. So now we have learned how to make folder, we have learned how to make files, we are inside the file. Okay. Now what we're going to do, we will be renaming the file. For example, I want to rename first.txt to first.txt. Now let's say, see, let's say this is my file name. Just a second. Yeah. Now see, this is my file name, okay? It is first.txt. Now I want to rename it to first.txt. We have a command in Linux that is mv. It's a mv tool. So which is helpful in moving the files also, and it is also helpful in renaming the files. Okay. So now we will be renaming the file with the help of mv tool. So I am just closing it. Now let's see. mv. Now first.txt, it is the old file name and then give the new file name. New file name is what? First.txt. Now if I will type ls, can you see? It is now first.txt. Okay. And if I will be seeing the data, first.txt, we can see the data. All right. So now let me clear out the annotations. See, basics we are seeing for now. All right. Now, for example, we want to delete a file. Can anyone just tell me how we can delete a file? Please think and tell me. DAL, okay, see, DAL is for Windows, okay? We are on to Linux machine. Now, if we are on Linux, we have a command that is rm, okay? So now you are just tell me like which file you want me to remove. Should I remove second file, third file, fourth file, or first file? Just tell me the file name. We will be deleting that file. Third file. Okay. So means you don't like number 3, right? Okay. Third.txt. I have removed. If I am just typing ls, can you see third file is gone? All right. Now, see, now we have learned how to delete the files. Now we will be learning how to delete the folder. Okay. So now in order to delete the folder, we have two options. We have two tools, which are two tools or commands you can say, which are helpful in deleting the folder. See. we can use rm also, and we can use rmdir also. The difference is rmdir is will only be deleting the empty file. Now, for example, you have a file, you have a folder, and that folder is empty. There is no folder, no file and folder inside that folder. And then if you will be typing rmdir, your folder will be deleted, blank folder. Okay. Now let us say you have a folder. In the folder, you have some files, you have more folders, you have more folders. You want to delete everything. Then rmdir tool can't work in this scenario. Okay. For this thing, you have to use this tool rm. You can use an option which is rm minus r. It is for recursive removal. Okay. So here we will be seeing it practically. Now, firstly, I am just going back. So cd dot dot will take me to one directory back. If I will type cd, then I will directly come to home directory. Okay. Now I am just typing r. Firstly, C. We have this webdir folder, correct? So this folder we have, right? We will remove it. So rmdir webdir. Can you see it is telling rmdir failed to remove web directory as directory is not empty. Let me clear the annotations and then you can see. Can you see? It is not empty. So now what to do? So you have two options. Either you go inside it and delete all the files, or you do just one thing. Use rm minus r and then web directory. Okay. Now if I just type ls, can you see? The folder is gone. I hope it's clear to everyone. So those who are finding difficult or something or any problem if you are facing, please tell me. Okay. Now, we have, okay, so now let's say, mm, okay, now let's say you want to update your Kali, okay? We have a command that is apt update. If you want to upgrade your Kali, we have a command that is apt upgrade. Yes, you please tell me if you have any questions or you're just telling that you're understanding. Tell me in the chat. Okay. But in order to update or upgrade your Kali, you have to be sudo. Sudo is super user. Okay. So generally, like we are having, if I will be classifying users in a broader way, we have mainly two type of user. One is the guest user. Second is the root user. Okay. So this root user is having more permission. If I will talk about Windows, we have administrator and we have the normal user, guest user. Same in the case of Kali. If I will ask my Kali, who am I? Kali is telling me I am Kali. Okay. So this Kali is a guest user. If I will be just typing sudo su. Sudo su is basically super user to super user. Now I am a super user. Okay. And if I will ask the Kali, who am I? Kali will tell I am root. Okay. Now I have more permissions. All right. If I need to become a normal user again, how will I become? Two options are there. One is su. Okay. One is you can just type su Kali and you will become Kali. Okay. And second option is you can just type exit. Yeah. Second option is you just type exit and you will become a normal user. Now we can even check information about our kernel as well. We can see that this is the information of the kernel, the core of Linux OS. This is the version we can just see 6.11.2. Okay. Now we have some more basic commands as well. Let's say if I want to check whether any IP address is reachable or not, we have a command for that. It is ping command. So now let us say I want to know whether my website. So let's say this is my website. Okay. For example, this is my website. All right. Now let's say I want to check whether this website is reachable or not. So we have a command that is ping. With the help of ping command, you can check whether any IP address or domain name is reachable or not. You are able to reach that or not. It is ping domain name. So we can see that it is reachable. All right. As we are seeing the replies. Now, can you see we are seeing 5 packets transmitted, 5 received, 0% packet loss. If packet loss is 0%, this means packets sent and received are what? 100%. Right? Just a second. All right. Okay. All right. Now, for example, um, let us check whether we are able to ping right next site or not. I guess it is rhinext.ai, right? So we can just check. What is the domain name? Yeah, so it is reachable. All right, fine. Now we have a command that is okay. P okay, let's ps minus a. So this command will be showing us the active processes. Like in my Kali right now, I have MySQL running, I have sudo service running. So these are the things which are active. Okay. We have one more command that is netstart. This is helpful in checking the network status. So this is showing the active internet connections with my laptop. Fine. All right. Now we have one more very important command which you all will be using quite often. It is ifconfig. So this ifconfig is telling the IP address. So your IP address, so here if I have just typed ifconfig, we can just see that this is my Kali IP. 192.168.239.161. It is the IP address. All right. Okay. So these are some of the basic Linux commands which you all should know. There are more commands as well. As soon as we will be approaching to the like to some new topics, we shall be discussing those commands. Okay. So for now, yes, and we have one more command. It is clear. Clear is helpful in clearing out the entire screen. Okay. Now let's say you want to see the history. We have the history command, and here we are seeing all the like all the commands which I have used for now. Okay. So now I'm stopping my screen here. Yes, so this was the history command which is helpful in seeing what all history you have been, like what all commands you have already used. All right. Now see above on this Kali, we can just, so this is the task manager. Okay, and here we are seeing like how much CPU is getting utilized, how much memory, and all the other information like what processes are running at the back end, what are running at the front. All right, now I am just closing it. And here above, you can just see that we have this lock button, and this will be locking my Kali. Yeah, just a second. Okay, so this has logged my Kali. Okay, and now I am back. We have this button which is helpful in doing log out, restart, shut down, switching the user, and to suspend the machine. For now, here I am doing nothing. Above we have this option. This is the file manager. Now it is telling the folders. You can just open any folder from here. So here if I just clicked, we can just see the file system of this Kali Linux. I am zooming it. You just see we have computer, means it is just like this PC of like Windows. Then come to the file system. We have bin, boot, dev, etc, home, lib. We have these files, these folders. All right. So we have to come to this home folder, Kali folder, and see here in home Kali we have desktop, documents, downloads, music, pictures, public, templates, and videos. So now if I'll just show you downloads, we have the downloaded files. If I will be showing you desktop, we have the files which are there on the desktop. Okay, so like this, we can just use this file system. All right. Now see above, yeah, so we have these windows, these screens. First screen, second screen, third screen, and fourth screen. So we have these four screens. If you want to make a new tab, you just have to come to terminal, go to file, open a new tab. Okay. Or you can just read here. It is showing Control Shift and T. So Control Shift and T will open a new tab. Control Shift T, a new tab is open. Okay. All right. Now we can even close the tabs from here. So I'm just closing this and this. So this Firefox browser is the inbuilt browser here. If you want to install Chrome or any other browser, you can. All right. Okay. So till now, if anybody, I uninstalled my Kali 2 days back, and I have used a lot of commands. But now you can just see very few commands which are here. Okay, so yeah. See, we can even clear our history also. We can even select like how much part of history we want to see. We can use that as well. And see here in Kali Linux, like with every tool comes one manual. If let's say if I want to use let's say we have a tool, it is Nmap. Okay, so it's a network scanning tool. We will be discussing it later on. If I will type minus minus help, okay, we are seeing the entire help with the tool. Okay, so with every tool comes the help. So we have now, let's see with this also we have or not. Okay, see we have one command that is man also. So this man is also used to check the manual, but this manual I have never used till now. Now let's say if I'm just using man and then let's see. Yeah, so now can you see? Now this is telling manual for ls. List directory contents. ls option file. Description. List information about the files at directory by default. Okay. Minus a option. Minus a option. Minus minus other option. So now if I will be pressing 1. Okay. So we are just seeing its options. Can you see? We have a lot of options with every tool. Once you will press Q, this will be closed. Okay. So now, since you have already installed Kali and everything, I will be requesting you all to just install some tools like date search. So you have to install these tools, basic tools, which I will be telling you. So firstly, you all just try installing the tools which I am typing. Let's say sublist. Let's say sub finder. Okay. It is helpful in finding subdomains. So we shall be learning about it in more depth. For now, we are seeing how to install the tools. So you just type the tool name, press enter, this will be installed. For some tools, we have to install using a big command or from GitHub. That thing also we shall be seeing. Alright. So if I just type ls, okay. Now if I'm just typing subfinder -h, and you see the manual or the help comes coming with the tool. Okay. Alright. We have flags. Subfinder and then flags. Now let's say if I'm just typing subfinder, let's say -d headcoverage.com. Let's say. Yeah, so here for now I'm just stopping it because we have not discussed these concepts like what is subdomain and all. So once we will be discussing it, we shall be seeing these tools. All right. Now, okay. So now, like in ethical hacking, we need to know about ethical hacking methodology. This means like what all steps a hacker is following in order to hack a machine. The first step is reconnaissance. In reconnaissance, we are gathering the information. So here I'm just writing. So the steps are recon, scanning, then we have gaining access, gaining access, then we have maintaining access, and then it is, yeah, and then it is clearing the tracks, clear tracks. So these are the 5 important phases of ethical hacking methodology. So now in this recon phase, we will be gathering the information. Okay. Now see, this information gathering process is also of two types. One is active, second is passive. Okay. Now passive information gathering, which we shall be starting from the next session, where we will be learning how we can know information about the target without letting target know that we are searching about it. So this thing we shall be seeing in passive recon. Okay, so now I'm just stopping my screen share. So this was all about from my end for the day. Thanks for watching. Follow BitCoverage on Instagram, Twitter and LinkedIn.